Ladies and gentlemen, making his way down the aisle, accompanied by Muscatello the Black Cat from the monorail. Portuguese poison. Hello everyone, welcome to Clotheslines&Chamuças. Here's your host, Portuguese Poison. Today we're gonna discuss the women's action on Raw. We start off with a match between Nikki Bella and Ruby Riott, which I thought was pretty entertaining. Some nice back and forth. But I think Nikki didn't really need the win. I get it. It's her return after such a long time of absence. But given that the Bellas... Wait, did they win last week? I think they won last week. Yeah, given that the Bellas won last week already, I think the Riott Squad needed a victory this week, especially Ruby, since WWE have been protecting her quite a lot. She has been racking up some wins and been in high-profile matches. Like every other number one contenders match she's been in. So, and she's been booked pretty strong in her matches. So I think she could have used the victory instead of losing. I mean, they could have played the numbers game since it's 3-on-1. Instead of giving Nikki such a clean victory, especially since Ruby stayed in the fireman's carry position for quite a long time before Nikki hits that move. It made Ruby look quite weak, not being able to get out of it. Either way, the match was quite enjoyable. I think I would have liked a little more interaction with the crowd, a little more focus on the facials, on the... That's what I'm kind of missing in wrestling at the moment, is like the little things, the facials, the interactions with the crowds, the mannerisms. That's something, for example, someone like Victoria or Melina were really great at doing. So, yeah, I wish the women get back to use that a lot more to their advantage. But overall, I really like the match. I hope the feud between them continues, although I think with the Bellas having 2 victories over the Riott Squad, it makes no sense. But yeah, please continue this feud, and I would really like to see Riott Squad find a way to end up on top after this feud, since they as a newer talent really need to be booked stronger. I already talked about how Ruby looks strong, but usually Sarah Logan and Liv aren't really booked as threats. Usually when you see Sarah Logan and Liv go into a match, you're already like, okay, they're gonna job, which I think is bad. They have done that to a lot of new stars on their roster. They call them up from NXT and they turn them into jobbers instead of actually using them in a proper way. So I really hope the Riott Squad gets to shine during this feud. In my opinion, Liv is very promising. She always keeps expanding her offense. She has a nice mix of moves. Her character is pretty fun and interesting and cute. And yeah, Sarah Logan, she hasn't really... She kind of drew the short end of the stick when it comes to the Riott Squad. She was really great in the indies. Very enjoyable. But she hasn't really been allowed to do anything on the main roster so far. She hasn't even had a proper longer match. I think her longest singles match was it even that long? Against Ember Moon, I think it wasn't even really long. So she hasn't really had that breakout match yet. So I would really like to see her and Liv be used a lot better, so that the Riott Squad overall looks like a more vicious, more dangerous team. I really never like when they have a team and they have a stable of 3 people and they have only the leader look strong and the other to look like chumps. It makes you think, what's the point of the team if only one benefits from it? It really makes more sense to have all 3 of them to look strong. It makes all the matches more exciting. Even when they lose, you're like, oh, they could have won. It was just by by a hair. They lost just by a hair, or whatever you want to call it. So I'm curious to see what the writers hold for the Riot Squad or for the Bellas in the next few weeks. It's too bad that we didn't see Dana this week. Or did we? I skipped through the men's parts, but men's parts. Last week I saw her walk away from Tyrus and Apollo after she lost to, was it Bailey, Sasha, or was it a tag match? I think it was to Sasha. And she was like, I'm done with this. So I would have liked some follow-up to that, maybe an interview or a match. So they easily could have made the tag match we got later, made a 6-woman tag match. That way Alicia would have been involved and they could have added Dana. Yeah, too bad they didn't really show Dana, but I'm curious to see what they do with her. I, for one, think it's a bad idea to break her up from with Apollo and Titus, because it's good to transition her into a wrestler again, but having been part of a stable like Titus Worldwide, makes her stand out a lot more. It gives her a different character, a different dynamic with the other women and with the male wrestlers. It gives the crowd a different reason to care about her and a different way to see her. If they just put her in the women's division and have her sporadically wrestle some matches, they don't really give her anything for the crowd to connect with her or to care about her. So I really hope she and the Titus Worldwide can fix their problems and maybe they can help her get some victories against some hated heels. Like, I don't know, do we have any heels? Yeah, maybe against Alexa Bliss or maybe the Riot Squad, even though I just said that they need some victories themselves. Something like that. They could use, Dana could use, or her character would really benefit from staying with the Titus Worldwide. And just having them manage her in her singles matches or tag matches. So on to the tag match, which wasn't the main event. Who of y'all started the rumor that it was a main event? Everybody kept saying, Foxy is main eventing Raw. And then it wasn't a main event. And then, to top it all off, Foxy wasn't even in the match. She was just managing. Poor her. So the explanation they gave was that Alexa said she wanted a real trailblazer and whatnot, which... nice way to poop on Alexa, but okay, on Alicia, but okay. Overall, the match, it was long, so it was cool that the women got some time, but they didn't really use the time well. I'm not sure if it's the women or the producers that tell them not to do too much, and I don't know, the match wasn't really anything special. It was long, but they didn't really capitalize the match on the time that well. I would have really loved to have seen some more action, especially from Natalya and Mickie James. I mean, they've been in the business for so long. They know how to wrestle. They have a wide-ranging moveset, and they know how to interact with the crowd. Come on, you guys! Yeah! Shut up! So it would have been awesome to see these two get more time to shine. And even Alexa or Ronda, to see all of them get more moves in. It's so weird when the matches are long, but the time isn't really capitalized upon. It's really, you feel like they are trying to stretch out the match as much as possible without really doing much. Other than that, yeah. The action that we saw, the little bit of it, I think was good and well executed, but also it makes me laugh how Alexa always dominates Ronda and how easily she keeps throwing her into objects, into the barricade and whatnot. But okay. Yeah, like I said, given that this match was that long, I would have liked it to be a lot better. Would have liked it to be a little more fast paced, and to have involved a lot more action and more moves, especially by Natalia and Mickie James. What I've noticed with Natalia, even though character-wise she's been doing the best that she's ever been in her career, she's finally found herself as a character, I think. In the ring, she's gone to playing it safe and do the same thing. If you go back to watch her matches between 2008 and 2010, she would use a lot of different moves every time. She would do the wheelbarrow stun gun, the power slam. What else? She would do the Romero special, the delayed suplex, and a lot of other moves. Now she always does the discus clothesline, which she didn't even do in this match. That weird move that she bounces her opponent off the ropes and throws them on their butts to do a basement drop kick. Yeah, and goes for the sharpshooter a few times. So yeah, I would really love to see Natty step her game up again and use a lot more moves. Maybe so bring back some old ones and maybe add some new ones, because girl, you've been around so long. We need for you to do better in the ring. Ronda, can't really say much about her. She didn't really get to do too much in the match. But I think overall I'm very satisfied with how well Ronda transitioned into a wrestler. The little bit that we've seen of her, I really enjoyed. She's been doing well for someone who hasn't been wrestling for so long. She's doing a lot better than other women who have been wrestling a lot longer, and that's interesting, to say the least. Foxy looked amazing. How amazing did Foxy look in that mirror dress? It looked like it was made up of a lot of tiny mirrors. It was similar to the one she wore last week, but I think it was a different one. I really liked this one better. As she overall looked great. I loved her hat. The hat made me, I don't know, it made me think a little bit of a dominatrix, I don't know. Or it reminded me of the leather guy from the YMCA, from the Village People. There's one leather guy, and he had like that leather hat. She looks like she just took that one and bedazzled that hat. But overall, her style looked great. Those boots, that dress, that hat. I always loved her outfits when she was on 205 Live managing Noam Dar. Her outfits were always the greatest, her out-of-ring attires. So I would really love to see her get to shine a little more in the ring, actually, to have longer matches as well. That's actually what I usually want for the women overall, to have longer matches and matches that are well booked, because it's pretty useless, like if we have a longer match like this week, but it's booked booked so boring. So yeah, I wonder what we're getting next week. Is Hell in a Cell already this weekend? Or no, I think it probably isn't, right? Let me look this up. Wait a moment. Oh, I looked it up, yes. Hell in a Cell is already this Sunday. Didn't really feel like a go-home show for the women. But okay. I hope Alexa and Ronda get to put on a decent match. I really hope Ronda won't lose the belt just because her ribs are injured. I really need her to retain her title. We can't have another meaningless title change and another Alexa Bliss title reign, taking the whole women's division hostage with her chronic allergy against bumps. So yeah, I really hope. I can't see them let Alexa, if they don't make it a stipulation match, get too much offense in against Ronda, since they squashed her at SummerSlam. So I will see about that. I hope that by next week Raw we can get a new title challenger. Maybe we can have Nia Jax coming back, because I don't know where she's been. She's not like most girls. Maybe Nia Jax against Ruby Riott, against Nikki Bella, against Mickey, against Alexa for Alicia Fox and Alexa for number one contender spot, maybe as a main event. Would be sorry, I forgot about Sasha and Bailey, and Sasha wasn't even in this week, I think. Wow. Yeah, Sasha would be pretty fun to be in that match as well if it was a number one contenders match. Lord, they've been really drawing out this friendship and between Sasha and Bailey. Are they turning on each other or not? It seems like if they are going for tag titles, they are putting them on them or want them to be in the tournament as a team. Yeah. Go for it. Whatever. I'm done caring. It's so annoying at this point to see them turn on each other and then be friends again and then turn on each other and be friends again. Yeah, either way. I forgot that we didn't even get to see them this week. What else is there to say? Yeah, I think I pretty much said everything I want, so think of. If there's any matches or anything you want to happen next week on Raw, let me know. Let me know if you want Ronda to retain and why, and if you want Alexa to retain and why you would want that. And yeah, let me know your opinion about these two matches from this week and your predictions or hopes, wishes for next week. Thank you for tuning in. Please follow me on Twitter, share the video, like and comment. Thanks for listening and bye.